walk today. I walk almost every day, and I'm like, okay, like I'm really enjoying walking and talking to you guys and like just sharing perspective with you guys. I think right now is a good time. It's a Thursday, so I hope you guys are enjoying. In today's video, I want to talk about something very important, and I've noticed this with a lot of 11s, okay? And what am I talking about right now? I'm talking about self-doubt. Okay. I've noticed that a lot of 11s have a lot of self-doubt. Yeah. A lot of 11s have a lot of self-doubt. I've noticed this, okay? And I'm going to be very honest. For a lot of 11s, it does come natural to have self-doubt. And the reason why that is happening is because you have to understand, like, you have to get to know thyself. I always tell people, I'm like, know your weaknesses. Listen to your self-talk. Listen to your self-talk. Like, even when you're talking about money, be very conscious. There's some things I'll never say. I will never say things like, if you say things about money, that becomes your reality. If you start saying things about certain relationships you have with people, man, like, see the power of the mind, especially like as an 11 life path. Your mind is not a joke. I want you guys to understand this. Like, a lot of times people, it's not like even people envy you. A lot of times they don't. In fact, well, they want to get to know you, you're interesting. But what ends up happening is that it's a law of assumption, right? If you assume that they're thinking wrong about you, what ends up happening is that they end up actually thinking wrong about you. It ends up happening. It's just the way we are so connected with one another. Hold on. Remember, guard your privacy. Bro, recently, I don't even know. So, my point being said, now let's get into the video. I don't want any of you guys to like ever fear failure. Failure is honestly, it's part of the journey. It's part of the journey. The way you find yourself is by perpetual rejection, to be very honest. Like, the people that have done great things have been rejected many times. That's why they got there, right? That's why they got there. So fear, to me, I'm just going to be honest, is, let me tell you guys a quick story right now. This is beautiful. I remember one time I was driving through Toronto downtown, and I remember in my head, I'm thinking about fear. I'm thinking about the concept of fear, okay? Now look at what God does, okay? I'm thinking about the concept. Pay attention. Oh my God. I'm thinking about the concept of fear, and I see a license plate, like right, I think a second or two later, which says, fear not. Can you guys imagine? Can you guys just imagine how, like, I want you, this is what I'm telling you. Your mind is so powerful. Like, you're in this matrix, you're in this simulation. Like, this is all, like, everything, like, the power of your mind is not a joke. So when you start to imagine things and you start to act on action, because action and imagination, two of the keys, and there are more keys to manifestation. If you can't imagine, this is why Albert Einstein said that creativity is more important than intelligence. And that's facts. Like, you can't even argue that. You can't. And the economy that we live in, I was talking to one of my other friends, I'm like, if you want to get paid good money in today's economy, you better come up with good ideas. And you better be creative. And to come up with good ideas, you've got to be creative. You've got to be creative. Like, even me, I was doing a lot of the videos in my car, and I'm like, I got to switch it up a bit. I feel like switching it up. And now I'm on my daily walk. Well, most days. Some days, like, woo. I'm on my daily walk. So let's get it in. Like, let's get it in. Let's get some content in. You know what I mean? So, anyways, how are all you people doing? Where are you guys from? Where are you guys tuning in from? I'm just gonna be very honest with all you 11 life paths. Another thing I want to talk about, right? With 11 life paths, you guys have such big dreams, okay? And this is where a lot of 11 life paths go into like major depression. Okay, I want you guys to know this. This is where a lot of 11 life paths start like dwelling into like negativity. It's because what ends up happening is that and usually most people don't dream big. I'm telling you, most people actually do not dream big. Most people are satisfied with what they're doing and they're like, oh, it's okay. But when you speak to an 11 life path, if you know an 11 life path, talk to that 11. Be like, do you have big dreams? Like, how are your dreams? These people are like talking to the moon, like they're thinking big. Okay? Now, as an 11 life path, if you're thinking big, but then you have fear that fear will take over your big thinking, and it will set you back into a very devastating place. My point being said in this video, okay, and I'm probably going to end it off because honestly, when I'm in nature, especially during this beautiful time right now, I just kind of want to be alone, to be honest. And if you're an 11, you know what I'm talking about, okay? Fear is the enemy. Have yourself a wonderful day, night, evening, wherever you are. 11 life paths.